What's up, guys? Starseed back here with another video. Today I just wanted to talk about one of my favorite mangas of all time. But before I start, I want you guys to go ahead and give the credit to the artists that I got linked here. The first animation that you saw was Dina's on YouTube, and then the second animation is Ven's. I wouldn't be using these animations if I wasn't such a bum at creating videos, but I just gotta shout them out. So shout out to them. They're amazing artists, and obviously they have good taste because they've been able here to make this animation of a manga that probably will never get an animation, to be honest. It's just very graphic, very real, surreal. It's just hard to stomach at times, just due to the fact of how visceral it is and how realistic and how just relatable it is sometimes, and even the messages that it comes through and offers. So Punpun is, I don't want to spoil too much. I really do want you to go read it. It is one of the very few mangas that have made me just break down. I've cried to this manga, but not even just break down and cry. It's like I break down and I question life and just the fucked up nature of everything that's been going on. So to start off, I just want to try and get you interested. Hopefully if you read it, if you don't, you're losing out, loser. Not really. I respect you, whoever you are, if you're a good person, I hope. Anyways, but yeah, Oyasumi Punpun, or Good Night Punpun in English. It follows the story of this young boy, his entire life not his entire life, pretty much up until his young adult years, starting from when he was a child. And it starts off very beautifully, at least in an artistic sense. As you can see, the main character, Punpun, is this bird-like figure, and his shape and form changes throughout the story depending on his mental state and where he's at in life. And throughout the entirety of the story, you're just kind of on this journey with him, listening to his thoughts and the things that go on inside his head, and you're seeing these different things happen to him. You start to realize, damn, he's going through it, and he doesn't really talk too much. You also start to see different things in his family dynamics, and there's one arc in the manga that I really enjoy, and it's his uncle. His uncle has done some bad things in the past, but he's trying to be a better man. And I think a lot of us young men now, and even older men, I don't know if there's any older men watching. I mean, I hope someday, but I hope anybody watches, But even as a young man now, you can relate to doing something in your past that you may not have liked. Me personally, I wouldn't say I regret anything, because every single decision that I've made has led me to where I am now, and every decision that I will make will lead me to where I want to be. So I can't say that I regret anything. You just have to live with these things. And I'm sure there's things as men, or just people in general, where you look back and you realize that probably wasn't the best for me, or that wasn't what I should have done in the moment. But what can you do? You have to just live with it, and you have to just learn to grow and move on as a person. You can't sit there and dwell on these things and stay stuck on them. And that's not the whole premise of Punpun. I know I'm just talking about one arc, but it really does sum up the bleakness of life sometimes, and the overall just fuckery of what happens in life. And even if you're going through these things, life still goes on. And I think that's a beautiful message in itself. As you can see from the animations, like I said, he's animated as this bird, but everything around Punpun is beautifully animated. Or, sorry, I'm watching the animation now as I'm recording this, but everything around Punpun is drawn beautifully. Everything around Punpun is drawn so well that you look at Punpun and he is just sticking out like a sore thumb. And I believe the author intentionally did this. And to his credit, it does a great job of just, one, I think it does a great job of showing how beautiful life is, even though if you're in a dark spot. And two, it's just an interesting concept. I've never really seen another manga or any other art form do something like this or similar. So yeah, I believe Punpun is one of my top 3 mangas of all time. It's very real, and I would recommend it to anybody in life. I think everybody should read Punpun just because it'll change your perspective on life. It'll change your perspective on what is going on and what is this world and just different things. It deals with so many different things. It deals with the concept of like religion and if you should even follow religion, or like it deals with like the cyclical nature of life and people coming back. It deals with not feeling like you're enough or you're inadequate. There's a cult in there. There's like a whole arc about a cult. There's some brutal moments of, there's a kid with there's a brutal moment. There's a few brutal moments. There's some hard to like stomach moments in this manga, and I will not lie to you, it is not for the faint of heart. And I would not recommend this if you are not in a safe mental state. I really would not recommend this to you if you cannot handle certain things such as abuse or suicide or anything of that nature. I wouldn't recommend this one to you right now. At least I would go ahead and wait until you're in a safe mindset to go ahead and try to give this a chance, because I do believe that this can still offer you some sort of solace, or this can offer you some sort of, you know, at the very least, entertainment. I do believe that Punpun is a classic. I don't know why I don't hear too many people talk about it, but every person that I know that has read it has been affected by it. And everybody that I've tried to put onto it, there's been a few of my friends that have taken my advice and gone ahead and picked up Punpun and read it all the way through, and I really appreciate them for that, because it's just that good. I know it may sound like I'm glazing, but it is a really good manga, and I felt that it was necessary for me to talk about it tonight. I've been going through a few things of my own in the past 4 months, and now I'm starting to get into a place where things are looking up for me. Things are looking up, and I'm glad that I was able to stick through the storm. Unfortunately for Punpun, there is a few parts where he or people around him do not stick through that storm. But it just deals with a lot of different topics, as I said before. They have a child with autism in there. I don't think they plain out say it, but I do believe he does have autism, and it does deal with a wide range of topics. The story does not just solely follow Punpun. It follows the story of multiple people that Punpun had in his childhood, in his life. And it's crazy to think about. It's crazy to see it too, because everybody else is going through their own lives while we also go through our own lives. And I think there's a word for that. I believe one of my friends referred to that word as sonder. You know, everybody's life is just as unique as yours, or just as fantastic, or just as mundane. And find that really interesting. 8 billion people in the world, and everybody has their own like little story going on, or big story going on. And it's just important to find that brevity in life, and it's important to just take the small things into consideration. Don't take them for granted. Enjoy every moment, because you never know when you could go. I never know when I'm going to go. This life is a wild roller coaster, and Punpun will definitely show you that. It'll show you the dark and gruesome sides of just living life. It'll show you some happy times, and it'll show you some bland times, but the bland times are made out to be entertaining still. And there's some funny moments in it. I can't say enough good things about Oyasumi Punpun or Good Night Punpun. I really recommend this, and I hope you guys give it a read. I hope whoever watches this gives it a read. I would even say it's one of the best pieces of fiction or pieces of media that I've ever consumed. I just thoroughly enjoy it. But aside from that, thank you guys for watching the video. I'm gonna start doing the outro now, but I just got about a minute left. Just some updates in my life. I will say, guys, I am going to start uploading pretty much every day. I don't think I'll upload on Sundays, but that'll be my rest day. But pretty much every day I'll start uploading. That's kind of what I've been feeling. I'm in a good headspace right now, and I'm doing pretty well for myself. Just making moves, making things happen. And yeah, I also got a new PC, so hopefully I just bought a new supercomputer, so hopefully, I can crank out some gameplay videos for you guys and get that stuff popping for you. But as far as that goes, I hope you guys had a great day. Hope you guys had a great night. And I just messed up that, but it is what it is. I will catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe, everybody. Have a good night. Starseed out.